I am the color red in a world full of black and white.
Brace for the change, brace for the rage, brace for the wave. I've been going through it. Y'all know the pain, drive them insane, deep in your veins. Y'all know how I prove it. Strut through the lanes, gripping the grain. Miles an hour, yeah, miles of fluid. Mask on, asking, why should I do it? Because no one is moving. I came from the swamp, the mud. Algorithm told me I was the plug. Feel for the fiend, you know what I mean. I've been through all of the lesson and hugs, and that is because I've had all hope who enter here. So listen clear, I made your dreams. Fireflies don't disappear.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday and welcome back to Fireflies Forever. We are glad to be with you this week. We have a jam-packed show. We have a lot to talk about, and unless you have avoided all things social media, you didn't look at the thumbnail, which is possible. We're going to talk about the Wyatt Sicks showing up in AAA, among many other things. So I'm really excited about today's show, and let me bring Chris on screen. Chris, how's it going this week, man?
Doing okay, fighting a little bit of a cold, but I'm here anyway because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you going, fighting through and doing this. We do have a lot to talk about, a lot to get to. So I'm really excited to chat with you about everything that's happened, and excited to chat with everyone in chat. So let me shout out some folks real quick. We have Diana Clown, Jeremy Dunderman, a member of the channel, and I just want to say thank you so much. So here you go, Jeremy.
You, my friend, are awesome.
You are awesome. And in case you didn't hear it well, here it is again.
You, my friend, are awesome.
You're awesome. Let's see who else we have. We have Zach, James Chadwick, Dylan, Deanna. So welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this evening. We greatly appreciate it. Before we get into everything, because I always forget, if you don't mind, please drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. We're glad to have you here with us. Please hit that subscribe button so you can become part of the family. So,
I want to give a little bit of a shout out real quick too. Peter from South Africa, a friend of Jodie's, watches the show, asked if we would shout him out. He said he'll be watching it tomorrow morning. So
awesome.
What's up,
Shout
Peter
out
from South Africa?
Yeah. Shout out to Peter, man. That's crazy. Wow. Watching us all the way from South Africa.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So shout out to him. Alicia, what's up, Alicia? How are you? Good to see you all. All right. So as we do every week, we start out the show with memories, and I'm gonna have Chris set that up. We do have a video, and we'll talk about that and something else on the other side.
Yeah. So thought this is a good one that everybody figured would really like this one. This is just classic Jodie when she first took over the Insiders TikTok account and started posting videos on there. And yeah, this is just a great memory of her and her personality and how she was.
All right, here we go.
Your girl Abby has infiltrated the Insiders TikTok channel because I just have to say, oh my goodness, are we excited about seeing the Firefly Funhouse again? We've missed it so much. So excited that it's back, and I literally cannot wait for what's next. Whole bunch of theories to talk about on Monday. I will probably drop a video or two over the weekend because I can't get all this stuff out of my brain. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for being part of the Insiders family. I love you guys. And I'm going to percolate a little bit. Bye.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think that was right after Bray came back, if I recall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I remember. We started that TikTok and like, listen, man, Jodie had the passion and the energy for it, and so it was awesome to see her having her videos and everything out there. I know a lot of people checked them out. Awesome stuff.
I love having those videos around too, just to be able to hear her voice again.
Yeah. And I say this every week, man, but thank you so much for sharing. I know a lot of people feel the same way. They want to hear her voice and everything. So, and I wanted to turn it back over to you because I know you have something else you want to share, and I have another picture. So.
I don't talk a lot about personal stuff on here, but I wanted to in this instance. I haven't been real public about it yet, but I wanted to share with everybody. So I started dating someone earlier this year, and really fell for each other. And she's a fellow wrestling fan, so we really connected a lot on that. And she's came to a couple wrestling shows with me and stuff, but wanted to let everybody know that we're actually going to be getting married in March of next year. And there's a picture of her. Her name's Ashley.
It's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you both, man. And I just know that I'm really happy for you. I want to say this too. I know I've said this to you, through text and everything, but I so admire you. I admire your courage and your strength. And, I know that I'm not alone in saying that I'm happy for you, because I know the journey that you've been on has been so difficult. So for you to be able to find someone that loves you and connects with you, and that you love and connect with and share so many things with, man, I'm just so ecstatic for you. So congratulations to you both.
Thank you. It's something I've really wrestled with. I'm always gonna love Jodie and remember her and stuff, but I really feel like that she would have wanted me to move on at some point. So I've really come to grips with the decision and everything, and feel like it's the best thing for me, and I think it's going to be good for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm happy for you. Deanna and Jeremy saying congratulations in the chat. So I know others are too. So congratulations to you both, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, everybody.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move to some artwork, and we got a couple pieces this week. Thank you, Chris, for sending this one over. And before I get yelled at, because I do get yelled at from time to time, I am going to make this full screen. But this is awesome, man. I really like it.
I've seen a couple pieces, and then we've showed that have a similar art style to this. I absolutely love it. Like, that art style is so cool.
It really is, man. Like, that's tremendous. I love, like you said, love that style. Yeah. And shout out to the artist. Does it look like Sandra? I believe. Yeah. So shout out to the artist. Janelle, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I think I saw Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Thank you for joining us as well. All right, and then I saw this and wanted to share this just in case some people want some stickers and you want to support someone. These are really, really cool. Someone made these and they're on their Etsy shop.
I saw that. I need to get myself some of those.
Yeah, so there are the stickers, and there's the link in the chat. Not in the chat, but on the screen. I will try to put this in the chat just in case people want to visit the link. And she has a whole bunch of stuff. So
yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. It's so cool to they're both scary and cute at the same time.
At the same time, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, I'm getting that link right now, but I just figured I would share it because again, she has a ton of stuff here. She's got like um oh my gosh, I just saw if anyone's kids are into K-pop Demon Hunters,
Oh,
which
my youngest daughter talks about that all the time. I still
all
don't
the
really know
time.
what it is, but
So my kids introduced me to it, and I will say like the concept of it is kind of cool. Like it's kind of unique, and the animation and everything is good, and the music is really good. So yeah, they have those too. So
I may have to get some of those and surprise her with them then.
I do not need to let my daughter know about that. She will be like, Dad. So so yeah, thank you to the artist, and we're gonna keep highlighting artwork and different um, different things like like the stickers and I know others out there sell their commissions like Brittany K and different things. So we'll continue to highlight those folks as we go. So now this next part, the next we're gonna get to topics and reaction. And listen, it's football season, and I'm not paying attention to college football for a little while. If you know who my favorite team is, you know why.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm like my son's flag football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and my high school team. That like I'm rooting for all of them. I'm keeping up with them because right now I'm done keeping up with college football probably for the rest of the year. So
my college football team actually managed to do a complete 180 last year, and it's carrying that momentum into this year too. The Indiana Hoosiers, they're doing great. So
yeah, they're looking good too, man. They got a big test this week, right, against Illinois.
Yep,
Yeah,
top 10 ranked team.
Yeah, so this will be really good. But I wanted to give you an opportunity because you have another team that's looking pretty darn well. So let me turn the floor over to you, man. Take the floor and gloat a little bit.
Deanna, yeah, I'm a traitor, Deanna. I mean, I don't hate the Colts by any means, but I grew up a Green Bay Packers fan. I have an uncle that was always been a huge Packers fan, and I grew up like going over and watching Packers games with him. He has a whole room in his house dedicated, like themed out in Packers stuff. So yeah, I grew up liking them more than the Colts, but yeah, I very happy with my Packers this year, how they're doing, picking up Micah Parsons and everything that we did, and yeah, we're looking great. I hope we can carry that through all the way, hopefully to the Super Bowl this year. We'll see what happens. It's a long way off, but I can't be happier with how they've started the season. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're looking good right now, man. They're looking really good. And I know come Christmas time, when we're all remembering the reason for the season, and we're thankful about all the things the Lord has blessed us with. Chris will be among the many Packers fans thankful for Dallas Cowboys just sending over one of the best.
Oh yeah, Jerry Jones. That's a great gift.
Yeah, that's a heck of a gift. I mean, he gave it to you a few months early, but that's a heck of a gift. Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Joining us. Hello.
Hey, Jesse.
Deanna saying, "Oh, cheese head scare me." Yeah, So yeah, Deanna, Joe Burrow was my quarterback on my fantasy team, and I am sad today. I hope that he has a speedy recovery. But yeah, that O-line was like a turnstile in front of him. If you can't keep him upright, then you're in trouble. So yeah. Jesse saying, "What did I miss?" I say, "Congratulations for Chris. So, Chris, I will turn it back over to you.
So I announced that I am engaged and I'm getting married in March next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Love is beautiful, man. But yeah, I wanted to have you have that opportunity because, man, I feel like the Packers are looking really good. They're definitely tops of the league. You know, wherever you want to put them, that's, you know, up to people. But definitely one of the top franchises in the league right
our
now.
Our defense especially is no joke.
No joke. No joke. And if you continue to develop those young receivers and Jordan Love does what Jordan Love does, then yeah, you guys will be pretty dangerous.
I saw some I can't remember what sports talk person it was talking about it, comparing the numbers to however many games Jordan Love's played now with how many games Aaron Rodgers did. The numbers are almost identical. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Jesse's asking if she's a wrestling fan.
She absolutely is. I don't know if I could be with anybody that wasn't a wrestling fan. So, yep, she definitely is. And she's already came with me to one wrestling show, and she's coming with me to WrestlePalooza this weekend. So, yeah,
awesome.
Looking forward to that.
Awesome. And let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about, you know, what you're looking forward to most at WrestlePalooza and just how excited you are for you guys to be going to.
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled. When I heard they were, you know, having it in Indianapolis, I lost my mind. It's crazy. I heard somewhere, and I can't even believe this stat, but this is the first time in WWE history that one city has ever had more than one PLE in the same year. You know, we had Royal Rumble here earlier this year, and now getting WrestlePalooza. It's amazing. It's great for our city. It's going to be a huge boost to that and showing that Indianapolis is a really good city for hosting major sports events and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the show. The card looks amazing. I mean, every match looks like to be a complete banger. Match I'm looking forward to the most, though, without a doubt, being a huge CM Punk fan, is CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth and Becky. Like, I've been loving the build to that, seeing AJ come back, and I never thought that would happen. Just like I never thought Punk would come back either. Yeah. So that's been cool to see, and yeah, just the back and forth between them has been great. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that match.
Yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. And you know what? Shout out to WWE for doing this in Indy. And let's get rid of the Naptown narrative altogether. Chris knows what I'm talking about. If you're from the Midwest, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Indianapolis Rumble this year, we had went 8 years without a PLE here. So.
Yeah. Indianapolis is a sports city.
Oh yeah, big time.
And it has a rich history and deserves this. So I'm really happy for the Indy fans and everyone in the area that gets a chance to go. And I know, Chris, you're excited. And man, I hope that somehow, some way between now and then we get something added.
Yeah.
And you get a sighting of the Wyatt Sicks. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the main event, the main attraction, the Wyatt Sicks, and I wanted to get to the video first, the promo that they had. What did you think about this one and how direct it was towards the Street Profits?
Oh, I love it. It's so cool. We didn't get to talk about it last week, but if you saw Montez Ford posted, and I saw Dawkins posted something too, like they're getting in their heads for sure. Yeah, I love to see it. It's it just shows the kind of it reminds me so much of Bray, how Bray used to be able, just with his words and things he would say, be able to get into people's heads, and now we're seeing it again with the Wyatts getting in the Street Profits' heads. I think it's only a matter of time before the Street Profits end up going their separate ways for at least a while.
Yeah, and I would encourage anyone, if you're a fan of the Wyatt Sicks, if you're a fan of the Street Profits, if you're just a wrestling fan in general, and you want to see a great video like of a person kind of changing character right in front of your eyes, go look at Montez's Instagram, go look at Angelo's Instagram, because you're seeing it happen in real time, and I love that. Absolutely love it.
I love the demeanor of Eric Rowan in that video too. The things he said and just the way he said it about them. Like he, I was so sad to see this. Like
it was like so matter of fact and smug almost, right?
Yeah.
I love that too. I was like, man, I love it. He's pouring it on. He's really, but yeah, I thought it was interesting, Chris, because, like I said, I've been seeing those posts from Montez, and I'm like, man, okay, if they can go a little bit further with this and really kind of tie all of this in together, and it looks like that's what they're doing, Chris.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, what do you think we see of Montez? Like, what do you think that transformation looks like, and what do you think we get when it's done?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if maybe we'll see them in another match and we just start to keep seeing more division between the two. Maybe, one of them starts to feel like they're the main guy, or they should have the spotlight more than the other one. Egos get in the way of each other. We've already seen that a little bit. I could see that definitely continuing in their whatever their next match is as a possibility. And yeah, or maybe even one of them all of a sudden decides to go after singles gold and forget about the other one. That could be a route too. I definitely think Montez is made to be a big solo star. He is prime for it. Yeah,
and by the way, I mean, just look at him in this picture. I mean, dude,
he is jacked.
He is jacked. This dude is jacked. So
yeah.
Hopefully he gets an opportunity to show out in a single.
Could even lead to a Montez versus Dawkins match.
Exactly. And I'm for that. I'm all for that. All for that. So obviously, Chris, we talked about this at the top of the show, but big thing that happened over the weekend with the Wyatts that I don't think anyone called or saw it coming. And if you say you did, then I need to get some lottery numbers from
I was surprised to see, only a vignette on SmackDown and not seeing an appearance. Well, now I know why. Because they needed to be somewhere else.
Yeah, and I was a little puzzled too by why we just got a vignette until you sent me this, because I had no idea, because I had gone to sleep because my kids. We had that was Friday night, I believe, right?
Yeah, it didn't start until after SmackDown, like 10 o'clock before the show started.
And my son had a game that Saturday, so we were going to bed trying to get some rest and everything. So you sent me this, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I immediately go on and start looking at the clips and everything. So what did you think of them? And this question is to the chat as well, but what did you think of the Wyatt Sicks showing up in AAA?
Oh, I popped hard, not even gonna lie. Like that, they had the match between Pagano and Psycho Clown fought the New Day for the AAA tag team titles, and they won and retained the belts. And then after the match, all of a sudden you heard the shutdown and the lights went out, and I couldn't believe it. I'd never guessed that we'd see the Wyatt Sicks show up in AAA, and they came down with their masks on and everything. And, it's like, what are they doing? What are they coming for?
Yeah.
And they just completely destroyed Pagano and Psycho Clown. I mean, as you can see there, they beat the crap out of them. And then held up the AAA belts. So I love this. Absolutely love this. It seems like they want to come after those tag belts. Me and Jeff were talking before the show. They need to just go around and claim every tag belt they can. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and we are definitely going to get to some of the possibilities because, like Chris said, we were talking before the show, and we think there's one distinct possibility that we both really hope happens. But what do you think this means for their mission, essentially, going forward? I mean, do you think it shifts to let's just control every tag division across wrestling? Do you think that's it?
It definitely seems that way, and we've talked about it before. I really think they could be just going after a lot of gold in general. We've seen Nikki kind of creeping around the women's U.S. title with Julia. I'd love to see her go for that. And then, with these ones, I wonder, I could see the possibility of maybe it's Howdy and Rowan going after these ones potentially. So they all have some then. Like, I love it. Love the opportunity that they're getting to really show off their talent. And it's just great. I've loved I've never watched AAA or anything before WWE acquired them. But I've watched every show that they've done now since this partnership, and they're awesome. Like, it's so cool to see WWE's influence and what they're doing, and highlighting the stars that they have and stuff. So it's really cool to see. I love seeing WWE working with these other promotions and stuff, and so yeah, I love this direction that to me, this opened the door that they could show up just about anywhere. They could show up on TNA. They could show up on NXT. Like, who knows? They could go after any tag belts, I feel like, or any belt, really.
Yeah. Let's dig into because you brought up a very interesting point right then, and I don't want to gloss over that. Silverback, what's up? You brought up the idea of Howdy and Rowan being the ones to win the AAA titles.
Mm-hmm.
Go into that a little bit, and do you think that may be the direction they go to get everyone in the group titles and eventually have Nikki go after that U.S. title?
That would be really cool. And I think it'd be awesome to see them all be able to have gold, and it gives them that much more freedom and stuff. And who knows, maybe even down the road, then even if, say, Howdy and Rowan did win the belts, then maybe if they go to defend them, they could even change it up. I mean, use Freebird rules and see a different combination defend them. Like, I feel like there's a lot of possibilities there, and that really gives them that freedom to go whichever direction they want to go, even on a match-by-match basis.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love that idea, and I think that's a great way to get everyone their belts, their titles, but also if you do the singles thing with Nikki, it keeps her engaged too. So everyone is relevant. Everyone.
Yeah, and then who knows if we ever get Miss Bliss with the Wyatt Sicks down the road, then maybe we can add some women's tag gold in there too.
Right. I mean, yeah, that would be crazy. All right, so you brought up the fact that that this crossover means that they could really show up anywhere. So let's break it down. Let's start with NXT. How do you think they could fit into that show, and do you think you see something similar to what they did at AAA with them showing up at NXT?
Yeah, that would be really interesting because you've got Dark State has the belts right now, and they, I could see them having an interesting feud with them. They kind of reminded me of, the Wyatt Sicks a little bit when they debuted, and just the creepiness and the way they, blacked out and stuff like that. And
yeah,
so I could see that being an interesting feud.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like they could play a lot of mind games because there's a lot of members of Dark State. So they could really have a lot of fun with Dark State, I believe. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So I gotta throw this out there and call us homers. I don't care. I will be that guy and say, yes, I am a TNA homer. Yes, I want them to show up in TNA. Chris, what does it look like for the Wyatt Sicks to show up in TNA?
That would be wild. I mean, I could imagine it being a big spot, like, who knows, maybe even like after Bound for Glory when the Hardys have the match with the Dudleys. I mean, Wyatt Sicks show up after that? Like, that would be huge for them to have a spot like that.
You bring that up, but I'll throw this at you too. I thought it was interesting, and maybe we need to keep this in mind as we get closer to Bound for Glory, and especially with this group going after tag team titles. What better way to stake your claim to tag team stardom and glory than showing up at Bound for Glory and confronting two of the best tag teams of all time?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
So they could have a little involvement with the Dudleys as well. And I, for one, would be happy about that. Obviously, we know there's history with the Hardys. But I feel like if they're doing this tag team takeover, have them confront both teams.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I love that idea because, yeah, they're really staking their claim in tag team wrestling right now. So yeah, what better way to do it than to go up against a couple of the greatest tag teams ever?
Yeah, and I think another way to look at this too is, eventually I think if you want to go down the route of having the Wyatts win, if you have them win the TNA titles, then I feel like you could maybe do a story where the Hardys, maybe if this is their way out of TNA, maybe they work with the Wyatts. They have some type of match where if the Hardys lose, then they have to leave TNA. They end back up in WWE just to have to confront them again. I would love something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. I would love to see, those two work together. Given the history between Bray and the Hardys and stuff, so it seems like an ideal match.
Yeah, and I want to ask this too, because I know that we had. I think we had someone on Sunday night ask this question in this way, but do you feel in any way that them showing up in NXT, TNA, they could show up at Evolve. There's a lot of places they could show up.
Oh,
do you think that diminishes them in any way or lessens what they're doing on SmackDown?
No, I don't think so at all. I just think that makes them a bigger force, really. I mean, to be able to show up anywhere, and I feel like anybody with tag gold out there now has to be watching their backs because the Wyatt could be coming after you.
Right. I mean, you could end up having a real bad day at the hands of the Wyatts because they could quite literally show up anywhere. So, let's have fun with this. We've got a little bit of time. Let's have fun with this. I want folks in chat. I want you to throw out some fantasy booking ideas. Let's have fun. And please know, for anyone that's watching this after the fact or anyone that wants to be hypercritical of what we're about to do, we understand that this is just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is just fantasy booking. No one's saying this is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
just what we'd like to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get to that, yes, I want to bring that up. Brock Lesnar ripping his pants.
That was so funny.
I was so happy that he just kind of rolled with it because I was worried. I was like, oh no, he's gonna try to make this look like it's not what it is or something's going to happen. We clearly saw him rip his pants. What did you think of the way they rolled with that?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, I heard somebody say that they don't feel like old Brock would have handled that very well, but this Brock, just like you said, he totally rolled with it, laughed it off, and made a joke about the color of his underwear to Stu. Like, yeah, it was great. It was so funny. That whole segment was awesome. I mean,
it was.
He kept trying not to laugh at R-Truth during the whole thing anyway. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, that segment was so funny for me. I felt like something had to happen at the end that would just take it over the top, and it did. I just didn't think it would be Brock splitting his pants and seeing his drawers, but hey, stranger things have happened. So
yeah,
Deanna, we're gonna get right back to that. Silverback saying that was hilarious. Loved how he forgot he was heel and slapping hands on the way down, joking with Stu. Exactly. I mean, it was like, hey, listen, it happened. This is live. It's not like it's back in the '90s and people aren't in on the secret, so to speak. So have fun with it. Don't insult our intelligence. Have fun with it.
Deanna brings up a good point too about a certain tag team that's been rumored to show up. What if they get a hold of some gold and then the Wyatts come looking for it?
Yes. So let's talk about the Wyatts versus the Righteous.
Oh my gosh!
How do you set that up, and how would you book that out the gate?
That would be interesting because I'll be honest, I'm not that familiar with them. I have not seen them wrestle a lot. I've seen a few of their promo videos and things like that. But I know that there's a lot of creativity there. They really looked up to Bray in that area from the things I've seen. So I think there's a lot of potential there that they could really do something interesting with the Wyatt Sicks, and that they could make that just an incredible story.
For sure.
Whichever way they want to go.
For sure. And to be honest with you, seeing Vincent have a war of words with anyone from the Wyatt Sicks, but I would love for it to be Howdy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be tremendous. I mean, I'm down for the mind games. I'm down for all of that. Deanna saying Vincent is the horror king from Ring of Honor. Look up his matches. Yeah, not only his matches, but his promos. Like if you, and I say that for anyone, if you're not familiar with the Righteous, go look them up on YouTube and see some of their clips and see some of their matches, because man, they're awesome. I mean, you can see the influence that Bray has had on their career and others like Bray.
Yeah, a little bit I have seen. I definitely noticed that. For
sure. So keep those fantasy booking ideas coming, because I want to talk about a few more of those. But yeah, so one of the things that I saw online was, how do you move on and how do you take the titles off of the Wyatt Sicks when it's time, without making them look weak and without making them look like they just they don't have the aura, they don't have the everything that they've built up to now, that it was all kind of a ruse. How do you keep that from happening when it is time to take the titles from them?
I think they just need to make sure that they have something good in place for what they're going to do next. Like, they have a good story to where they don't just get forgotten, they lose the belts and then disappear or anything like that. I think they just need to have some kind of, what's their next goal? What's their next objective? After they've, had this run with the tag belts, they need to move on into something else. Either going after somebody for a specific reason or something like that. I feel like as long as they have a good enough story tied to it, that it won't make them suffer to have lost those belts. They can move as long as they can move on to something else worthwhile.
Yeah. I like that. I saw someone else say when they were talking about the tag titles, what if they just get bored with being dominant?
Yeah.
And they just say, okay, we're done. On to the next thing.
Yeah, especially I can see that working too, especially if they spin it as to, they've kind of played with the idea before a little bit of like, talking about how all these teams are fighting over these shiny trinkets, things like that. If they just be like that, like, we exposed you all for what you are, and we took your trinkets away, blah blah blah. I could see that something like that working.
Yeah. Deanna saying, what if the team they lose to has a strong brotherly family bond that they don't need to take away from? So, yeah, Deanna,
maybe
you have teams in mind.
True brotherhood.
Who are some of those? Do you have any teams in mind, Chris, and chat, of who may be a good, strong
I'll
brother?
tell you who I think would be a good fit to fit that role. Reunite Penta and Rey Fenix as the Lucha Bros.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talk about brotherhood.
Yeah. Jeremy saying, do you see Charlotte going to a darker side?
There's been a lot of rumors about that, and there's definitely something going on with her right now. I'm anxious to see more of her and Bliss. I believe they're defending the tag belts tonight on NXT, so looking forward to see where they're going with that. Because, there's something's definitely been up with Charlotte recently.
Yeah. And to answer your question, I think we do. I think I think there's a reason why those two were paired together.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jesse saying WWE was smart in that they didn't make the Wyatt Sicks invincible. They've lost before, so it's not so big shocker if the time comes they lose again, and it's easy not to bury them that way. I think
they were smart to not go, like they did with the Fiend in the beginning, and not make them invincible. Like they're just wrestlers.
Yeah,
they can lose, but they have a purpose. So they can still fulfill their purpose in other ways.
Yeah, I like the go around with that, because we've talked about this a few times here, and we've talked about how the Fiend was built up like this supernatural, indestructible monster, and you don't want to kind of put them in that same path, but you want to keep them strong, and you want to get the message across that this is a family. So what do? You have the family interfere in matches, even though it doesn't necessarily, they're not necessarily faces when they do that. But they're not necessarily heels either. They're just they're people. So
and they've done a good job getting the crowd behind them. Like the pop for them at that AAA show was insane.
Yeah, I like that. Great point there, Jesse. Deanna saying Penta and Ray, Hardy's, Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah. I mean, there are a few. Deanna,
what I would really love to see, if they do end up doing something with the Hardys, is some callbacks to the time when Matt and Bray were a tag team together. If they somehow reference that, or reference like the match that they had at the Hardy compound, things like that, to bring that up during it would be awesome.
That would be. Yeah, absolutely. Alicia saying what they could do is everywhere the Wyatts are, all they can hear is clicking fingers and flower petals from the righteous. I like that. Deanna saying, Wyatts versus the Nimitz. You know what? Any one of these guys, I want to see Nikki play absolute mind games with Ryan Nimitz. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, that'd be great.
Please. And then I want him to say, well, my brother, and they make him shut his mouth. Deanna asking Broken Matt and Willow. Yes,
love to see that again.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Oh man, yeah.
Some kind of a cinematic match with Broken Matt and Willow and the Wyatt Sicks would just be absolute gold.
Yes. Nikki versus
Ooh.
Rosemary. I like that too.
Love to see that too.
I like that too. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
So much potential.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much because, again, now that you have this universe where these companies are working together, and you have people, I mean, like the Hardys. I mean, you just can't. They're still in the family. So, Deanna saying Chris, the Lake of Reincarnation.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love to see that get referenced again.
Love that. Jesse saying, can I just say how much I freaking love Penta? He quickly became my favorite lucha not long after he joined WWE and one of my favorite wrestlers overall. Penta is amazing.
Oh, I love Penta. I was not familiar with him at all before he came to WWE. And I freaking love him. I got a Penta shirt the other day. Yeah. I love his mask and stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah. He's awesome, man. I love Penta. I have for a while. Seeing him in WWE now is awesome. Jesse saying, need to stop capping so much. I look like one of those crazy, weird Spanish people.
Yeah. Your comments are definitely noticeable, Jesse.
You don't look like a spammer, Jesse. You just look like someone who may be...
You're excited.
Excited, or you may be one of those people around my age or a little bit older that just got the caps lock button stuck somehow. Or if you're doing it from your phone, you're like, I don't know how to turn this off. I'm teasing. I know you're not you're not ancient like us, so but yeah. Deanna saying Penta had some banger matches versus Chelsea Green. Yes, if you ever get a chance, go check out those. Yeah, and he had some against EO too, in Lucha Underground. So yeah, go check out some clips from Lucha Underground because there was some great matches back then. Lucha Underground was just awesome all around. I enjoyed it. So yeah, but man, I'm gonna throw out a couple of fantasy booking ideas. And I just want folks to tell me if it's crazy or not, if it's something that you think could work, or if that would even make sense. So, number one, I would love for them being the Wyatt Sicks, and you get some recommendations from a Clown there too. I would love for the Wyatt Sicks at some point to, let's just say, reconnect with LA Knight. Obviously, we know that they haven't had a lot to do with him up to this point, but how would you feel about them feeling like he's missing something? And wanting to maybe help him find it.
That could be really cool, especially right now. I mean, I keep getting vibes that LA Knight might be turning heel soon, the way he's been with him and Jay. So yeah, that would be very cool to have them interact with each other, and bring up the tie back to him having Bray's last match with him. That'd be cool to revisit that a little bit.
Yeah, I would love that. It's almost like Alicia is in my head. Because the next person I was going to bring up was Zelina Vega. I was gonna say that Zelina Vega will become a member of the Wyatt Six before Miss Bliss will.
Mm.
What do you think about that idea?
That would be very cool. I definitely wouldn't mind having another female in the group.
Yeah, and I feel like she could do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she could do a lot with a dark persona.
Yeah. Speaking of that, how about Bailey right now? Talking about split personality.
That was going to be my next
cool to see last night.
my next mention. Bailey. After what we got last night, I think she would fit perfectly with the Wyatt Six, and it sounds like you feel the same.
Oh yeah, that was so cool to see her. Just like she reminded me a little bit of the Fiend when he's like, she was conflicted and didn't know what to do with Lyra, and then you hear her banging around and yelling in the room, and then she's just sitting there on the couch just chilling.
I loved it, man. I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna dig this. And honestly, no disrespect to Bailey, because I love Bailey, and I was one where a few years ago when she was getting a lot of hate and a lot of grief from fans and folks just really not appreciating her. I was one of the people that was like, look, she's one of the greats, and at some point people are going to realize it, and I think that people have over the last year, and that's why you've seen the groundswell of support on the whole, why is she losing? Why can't she get that push again? So I'm glad to see her doing something new and unique. And
I'm really excited to see where this goes. I love this idea for this character that she could just change on a dime from being a face or a heel. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Very, very Bray-esque.
For sure. Jesse saying, I would love to see a feud between the Wyatt Six and the Hardys. It would be awesome, and the story would be there. Only I do not desire to see the Hardys beat the Six, because HBs are well past their prime. Yes. Yeah, I think if anything, Jesse, I would love to see the Wyatts be the Hardys retirement match.
Oh, yeah. I think the Hardys would love to be able to put them over.
Yeah, that's what I would love to see. I think
that's a great idea, Jeff. I really like that.
I appreciate that. I would love for that to happen if the Hardys and the Wyatt Six could wrestle, and that's their retirement match. That's what I would love to see. And then with the retirement match, and I just thought about that. With the retirement match, when they pin them, you get Vanguard 1 back. It zaps Matt and Willow, and we get a shot of them being zapped back to the Hardy compound. And they're coming out of the lake of reincarnation. That'd be cool. I would love to see that, but yeah, give me them versus the Hardys for retirement.
Yeah, that is a great idea for their last match.
I appreciate
get much better than that. Given the history and everything,
yeah. Silverback saying, I'm jealous of those fans she hugged last night. I think a lot of folks are Silverback.
I didn't know if we'd ever see the hugger back.
Yeah, but listen, is she gonna hug you to be nice, or is she gonna try to bear hug you and choke you? Choke you out. So Jesse saying Bailey's split personality was cool. I think Alexa makes most sense, but I would still love to see Liv join him. Okay. Deanna saying one last cinematic banger. The amazing guy says we need Alexa as the Fiendess one day, and I can't wait for NXT. Yeah, NXT is going to be coming up soon, so I know Tazzy's doing a watch along. There are watch alongs out there, so go join Tazzy or just watch NXT.
I hear that Tiffany is not cleared and she's not going to be on there tonight.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, evidently she got some kind of injury in the match against Jade on Friday because she was supposed to be teaming with Stephanie and Rhea tonight, but they replaced her with Lyra Valkyria. They said
Okay.
last night.
Man, I hate that. Because I dug that last week when the three of them came. I thought that was awesome. So,
Yeah, I feel like tonight's going to be a good one. It being back at Full Sail and they're kind of having this up. This could be. I think anything could happen on that show.
yeah, and again, you could get the Hardys over there. You could get the Wyatt Sicks. I mean, it could happen as soon as tonight if that were going to happen.
Definitely could. Yeah, they've really been hyping this show up. So yeah, be ready for anything.
Yeah, saying Bailey.
Yeah, exactly. With them putting Lyra in it, Bailey could show up on there tonight. I mean, he's a big NXT alum, so that's definitely a possibility. Yeah,
Bailey is NXT royalty, so she could very well show up and have a homecoming. Aptly named. So go check that out. So yeah, man, we're gonna, with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up. But man,
even Bo himself, he was the first ever NXT champion, I believe.
I believe so. So I mean, there's a lot that can happen tonight. So Clown saying Matt Cardona.
Oh wow, I hadn't heard that.
I hadn't either. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely got to check out NXT tonight. It could be. You might see some big stuff happen tonight. So Chris, any final thoughts before we head out? Anything that you are excited to see coming up, and just anything that you want to share.
Yeah, I'm just, after them showing up at Worlds Collide, I'm even more excited than I already was to see what they're going to do, because like I said, I just feel like this really opens the door for the possibilities of what we could see them do. We could see them show up anywhere, anytime now, so I absolutely love that fact.
Same here, man. Same here. I'm loving it, and I think that if you go ahead. I'm sorry. I
said it's well deserved.
Well deserved. And Joe and I talked about this a little bit on Sunday, but given the fact that they were out so long, and now we see the reverse, and we see that when you have these people in a story, the people respond. The fans love them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe any of us in this chat watching this video, go replay the crowd reaction in Paris.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
so happy to see them getting over. I know initially there was a lot of people weren't really sure what to think about them and stuff. They didn't necessarily get the best reactions early on, but I'm really happy to see that they are now, because they absolutely deserve it.
Yeah. Man. Alicia said that Karrion Kross said even Karrion said NXT will be special tonight.
Oh my gosh, if he shows back up, I will lose it.
And I said, Karrion said that? She said, yes, on X.
That's very interesting.
That's very interesting. Deanna saying sometimes the only way to go forward is to go back. Jesse saying, I love Lyra. That girl got charisma. She's good on the mic and in the ring. I agree.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Deanna saying Bo has been shining in his promo work. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. I need to get the jingle, Jesse, so I can play it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to play it the next time. So, James saying so excited for NXT Homecoming tonight.
Yeah.
Is she saying maybe Righteous show up because of that? Hey, again, tonight's NXT could be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
The name Homecoming is interesting. The fact that they're going back to Full Sail. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be huge tonight. So, yeah. It's good stuff.
and they got No Mercy coming up soon. So
Yeah. So, man, Chris, again, man, had lots of fun doing this as we always do. Good to chat with you again this week. I hope you feel better soon, man.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Having kids and being in school is a little germ factories.
Right.
Love to spread it.
The beginning of the year with kids going back to school, man, it's like little petri dishes. Just just run around school. So yeah,
Jesse, you should. NXT's been great lately.
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, they've been really good, really consistent for a while. So yeah, you'll definitely enjoy it for sure. But yeah, I hope you feel better, man. And Ishi says congratulations. And again, I want to say congratulations again, Chris.
Thank you everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just man, so happy for you, and just glad to be a friend, man. Glad to be a friend. I feel like we've grown a lot closer.
Oh yeah,
and I'm really thankful that even in the face of difficult times and loss, we're able to find people that we really can connect with. That they become family too. So just know, man, you're family, and we love you, man. And congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So that's it for us tonight, folks. If you don't mind, drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you for joining us this week. We greatly appreciate it. So yeah, thank you everyone in chat for sharing all of your theories, your ideas, your opinions. Had a lot of fun chatting with all of you. Enjoy NXT tonight. There's no telling what we get, so go have some fun with that too. And yeah, we'll see you next time on the next episode of Fireflies Forever. And come back Thursday because we'll be here for TNA. So 7:45 on Thursday. But come back next week for Fireflies Forever. Take care, folks.
I am the color red in a world full of black and white.
Brace for the change, brace for the rage, brace for the wave. I've been going through it. Y'all know the pain, driving insane, deep in your veins. Y'all know how I prove it. Strut through the lanes, gripping the grain. Miles an hour, yeah, miles of fluid. Mask on, asking, why should I do it? Because no one is moving. I came from the swamp, the mud. Algorithm told me I was the plug. Feel for the fiend, you know what I mean. I've been through all of the lesson and hugs, and that is because I've had an all hope who enter here. So listen clear, I made your dreams. Fireflies don't disappear.